Hey everyone, James Reeves with TFBTV. You're watching GunFest 2021. We're bringing you new products from your favorite manufacturers for 2021. Make sure to check out our main channel, TFBTV, and TFBTV Showtime. That's our show dedicated channel. Got a good friend of mine here with me, Brad. He's with Blue Force Gear. You guys are, obviously, anyone who's into guns is familiar with Blue Force Gear.
Yep.
And really, for the slings, though. That's
Correct.
really what you guys are well known
So we started as a sling company and then gained a lot of traction in the community with load carriage, which is the strength of the company, better, lighter. And then they segued into the medical market, making a couple of IFAKs because customers were asking for them. They wanted the quality and the build concepts that BFG brought to the table applied to medical. And you know, I'm the director of medical programs. I have a background as a medic. I have a background in the tactical world, and I have a background in the medical industry. But I've just come on recently, and you know, they designed on their own, kind of like drunk monkeys with a shotgun, and came up with a couple of just amazing products. And I couldn't knock the stuff they already did, but what we've done is we're rounding out their offerings, because the micro trauma kit now is actually the number 2 selling product of the company, and it's gotten really deep into the military, special operations community, become really popular with law enforcement.
Are you talking about it even including slings?
Correct. Sling is number 1, that's number 2.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, and I was taken back as well, and my mandate when I was brought on board was round out the product offerings and let's get serious about the medical industry. So this is something brand new for BFG this year, and we're sticking with what we know. We're not wandering off into medic packs or stuff for ambulances. You know, we're a soldier, police officer, tactical shooter, hunter, EDC company. That's what we do best. And so we're sticking to the individual first aid kit, the IFAK world. And as I said, the micro trauma kit now and the trauma kit now, its big brother, were the 2 existing products. And frankly, I couldn't improve on either of those. So what I've done is brought in 4 new products that are gonna give it a gamut, because when it comes to medical, it's all about size and weight. You know, if we could, we'd carry an ambulance full of stuff with us and hopefully never need it, and that'd be perfect. But we don't. But how much can you comfortably carry with you? Because just like with a pistol or anything else, bigger's better, but if you don't have it with you, it's worthless, right? So we've got the Nano, which is your EDC or low profile, and it's just a basic bleeder kit. We've got stuff there to stop one major wound. Then we've got the micro trauma kit now, which is compact and very popular. It's a fully outfitted IFAK, but because of the size, it uses some proprietary components, which are a little bit smaller pressure dressing and a special size chest seal. And we had a lot of customers who like the form factor, but they want to use full-size equipment, a full-size trauma dressing, a full-size chest seal, because either they want the ability to use the larger medical product, or they work for an agency or a military unit that already has that stuff in supply and they want to be able to put it into kits. So we're doing the micro trauma kit now plus. So this is just a larger size, same basic design, and basically the same thing with the trauma kit now. This is a very fully outfitted IFAK, but we had people who wanted a slightly smaller version. So we now have the trauma kit now small, the trauma kit now medium, and the trauma kit now large. And it's just more gear in each one, and it's up to the individual consumer, how much do they want to carry. And then the other thing we're doing starting this year is we're going to offer each kit in 3 loadouts from the factory, filled with all the medical components. And your 3 loadouts for each kit are essentials, which is a basic level for your lightly trained individual, the professional, which is for someone who's been to a TCCC style course, and then the advanced loadout, which has some medically restricted items like a decompression needle and a nasal airway and things like that for your professional users. And then the 4th option we're offering, though, is just like with anything else, some people, either by virtue of choice or by virtue of training, They don't want what we're offering in the loadout. So we offer a fourth choice. It's an a la carte item deal where we don't just sell you the pouch and tell you, hey, go find your stuff. We're going to sell you the empty pouch, but on our website, we're going to have all the individual medical components available. So you can go through and quite literally click, 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 pick what you want, and everything will show up, and you can load out your own custom kit.
Okay, and who are you guys working with for that, or is it just going to be BFG branded for the fact?
Well, no. So the medical components, like I said, I've been involved in tactical medicine, frankly, before it was tactical medicine. And
you're like tactical medicine hipster.
Yeah, kind of.
Before it was cool.
But back when I used to have to spray paint bags because they only came in orange for EMS, and I wanted to carry them in the field. I went out and we're kind of brand agnostic on the components. I picked the best ones. I didn't want to go all with one company. I picked specific ones, and then, like for instance, in the chest seals, I chose 3. I chose a compact, kind of a medium size, and a large size. And it's not brand specific as much as it is size. And same thing with the dressings. We've got a compact dressing, a 4-inch dressing, and a 6-inch dressing. Trauma shears, we've got 3. We've got kind of a cheaper alternative, a mid-range, and we have a really nice all stainless shear for people that are really into trauma shears. So.
And I guess we're talking about then, this is going to be a little bit complicated for pricing, right? Because you have so many options. But I mean, ballpark us on, if you can, on pricing and availability. When am I going to be able to get this stuff?
Well,
and how much is it going to set me back?
Yeah, again, pricing is dependent on the size of the kit and the loadout. And I hate to be the guy to say, go to the website and look. But in this instance, based on the loadout, the smallest kit's the least expensive, the largest kit's the most expensive.
Obviously.
Shocking, I know, right? And the essentials loadout is always less expensive than the advanced loadout.
Sure.
We are very careful to keep our pricing competitive with everyone in the industry, but we're not competing on a commodity level. I didn't set out to build a first aid kit that you can buy. It's got 53 components and it costs $19.99. That's not what we're doing here. This is real world use stuff to save lives. And I bought the best components I could source, and it's priced accordingly.
Well, then let me phrase it to you this way, because that's fair. I mean, this is obviously, it's like a calculus, trying to figure out how much the stuff is going to cost because of all the components that go in it, which are going to make up a great majority of that cost. So if I'm your average shooter, and let's say I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on trauma, medical trauma and treatment, or I've read a book, maybe, what's the kit, what is the one kit that I would want to buy, and how much is that going to set me back, if you can?
Well, let me put it this way. The advanced micro trauma kit now, so that's got everything in it. That's got the decompression needle, the NPA, that's got the full-on quick clot combat gauze. That kit's MSRPing out at $199.95.
Okay.
And that's top of the mark. So so you're going down from there, and these larger kits will be in that price range and backing down. So, and again, and this is an educate the consumer type thing. They're like, oh my God, $200! I can go on Amazon and get a first aid kit. Yeah, exactly, it's a first aid kit. It's not a trauma kit, and there is a very distinct difference. And if that's the one thing that I want people to appreciate, the difference. First aid kit is not a trauma kit. A trauma kit's not a first aid kit. We sell a boo-boo pouch that you can put Band-Aids and things in. That's not what these are for. These are for pulling them out when someone's bleeding to death or have some other life-threatening injury. So that's what we're doing here. And when you put that in the context of $200, that's a value.
Okay, so then to close this video out, the last question I'll ask you is, what is Brad, the tactical trauma hipster, what is Brad's pick for if you're going to tell these guys to buy one thing from this lineup from 2021?
So I'm going to look over at director of R&D here because he knows. So this was my baby right here. The trauma kit, now small, is, in my opinion, we sized this around a double M4 pouch, which everyone's familiar with. Sure. And in here we've got everything in a full-size configuration I need to treat a casualty, multi-trauma casualty. And one of the cool things about all our kits is they're designed around this outer pouch and shingle concept. So when you pull it out, your gear doesn't go everywhere. This stays on your kit, and you've got this inner component here, and all my components are here. So I can pull this out, lay it next to the casualty, draw from it, or if I choose to, hand it off to somebody to use on a casualty or whatnot.
Okay, well, Brad, this is very eye-opening, and again, I'm not sure, I'm going to ask one more time because I may have missed it. The new 2021 stuff, when's it dropping?
Second quarter.
Second quarter. Brad, thanks a ton for being
bet,
on the
man.
program. Thanks for coming to Gunfest, guys. Stay tuned, we're bringing you more.